All right, so what's up, my YouTubers? So I'm getting on today because I want to speak about September 18th. So September 18th, 2018, when my incident happened, but September 18th is coming up, 2022, and I want to get on and go live. It's gonna be on a Sunday. I want to get on and go live with some help with Rascal for the Homie Hangout. He's gonna teach me some ins and out. This way I can have people drop a link to people and they can get on live with me. Because what I want to do, and for those that don't want to get on live and just want to stay in the comment, I just want to. So what I'm going to do is going to make 4 years since my incident, and I want to get on. For those that wants to get on, ask questions or whatnot, uh, please tune in. Tune in September 18, 2018, and the reason why I'm getting on now because I want to get on about 2-3 days before. And just a reminder to remind everybody to please tune in on that Sunday on September 18th, because I want to give my full story of my incident and everything I've gone through. Everybody else's, my wife's supposed to be here with me, reading out people's questions and pretty much get everything out and everybody's, side of the story, like how they described me. Now, I don't know my video. If you go down and watch DUI accident, the day that changed my life forever, part 1 of 2, there's a couple of little clips of me suffering in my pickup truck the morning of the accident. Now, excuse me. Now, I don't know if I was already like that in that. I never asked them to describe what I look like in those little video clips, because it's traumatizing to my kids as well as to my wife. And but I know the way they described me before I went to the emergency surgery, which I want talk about how they described me and all that. Now I don't know if I was already like that during those little clips in that video or not, but yeah. So I want to describe all that too as well, and it's going to get a little graphic the way they describe the way I looked, and so I would pretty much talk about everything and pretty much everything that what was told. When the sheriffs went to my house, everybody else's stories as well blended with mine, and everything I went through, and everything I'm still going through. Like right now, my mouth feels swollen because well, I'll talk all about that come September 18th, and like you know, but what I also want to do is have everybody get on. Before I didn't care about subscribers. This is like a therapy for me getting on here, playing music, and showing my how I progress, and DJing and all that. But now, since like I know her name, but like I said, I don't use nobody's names unless they give me permission to. This lady came up to me during graffiti night and told me, I had a part of making her think differently besides, of drinking and driving. And that encouraged me to get on here and start getting any views on here of people's stories, DUI stories, rather if they were driving or knew somebody that was a victim. Like I say, I don't like saying victim, but was either a victim or knew somebody that was victimized by it in any way, sort. And so that's what I'm trying to do now. That's why I do want to get my subscribers up. But like I said, please share this because I do want to get people on to ask me questions, to even get on live with me, and we can talk about it. But with that said, I do want to call. So after my incident, I had a lot of people that still stood close to me. For example, this particular person is like a brother to me. During my incident, and I was in the hospital, he would come after he got off work, and he would come all the way from pretty much the other side of Sacramento, all the way to Modesto. And people already knew that he would come. The nurses and doctors, so they let him come even though it was after visiting hours. They still let him come. The security guard already knew who he was, and he was there with me almost every night after he got off of work, and he went back home, got maybe an hour, 2 hours sleep, and went right back to work again. And people never left my side. People, still, but there's a lot of people that pretty much, I don't want to say abandoned me, but left me hanging. during, before my incident, I would do stuff and invite people over. They would invite me, everywhere they go. And now, they hardly don't talk to me, if they talk to me at all, and they don't invite me to do shit. Uh, and they got their excuses. When I finally see them, I hit them up. But I still have people inviting me like to their gender reveal parties, or the kids' gender reveals parties, and like I said, I still got people that rocks with me, strong. And but since my incident, the ones there's certain ones that I didn't think that would ever leave me hanging, which they did. And one of them, I had to go see. We were close. I mean, we were hella close, and his particular excuse, well, as several people tell me this, but this particular one I thought would be by my side no matter what, through thick and thin, as I would have been by his. And I still would be if he was ever to call me and say, hey, you know what? I'm going through this. You know what? Hey, no questions asked. You know what? Come through. I'm here. Um, but I remember he had told me, and I would call him. I was blowing him up. Finally, so, what? Let's stop by there, and stop by there, and he was like, you know what? I can't see you like this, and but what they don't tend to realize is that my family sees me like this every day, and I have to live with it. So with that said, everybody says, they support me, and, they got my back. Tune in September 18th. Tune in and let me know how it impacted you when you got that phone call that I was in the hospital, that I was hit by a drunk driver, or that I was going to make it, whatever it was that they told you, or even how it impacted you after the fact. And so everybody, that says, they support me. Like, for example, when I first started doing these interviews, I had one particular person say, you know what, I'm down, let's do it. Well, I actually had a few of them say they're down, let's do it, let's get it done. And there's still some of them I got to do, haven't done yet. It's just a matter of matching up times with their schedule, and like my appointments and stuff. Like today, I had a doctor's appointment for my shoulder, but I had to reschedule. I had to reschedule because it didn't match up with my rights. Because I can't just jump in the car and drive to my doctor's appointment. And excuse me, sorry about that. But anyways, so pretty much what I want to do is have everybody get on. Please tap in September 18th. I want to talk about, I want to give my food stories. I want to explain, even my wife wants to get on and answer questions. She's not too big on it. Neither are my kids. It's traumatizing to them still to this day. And even like one of my kids say, you know what? Nobody cares, Dad. You're going, giving these speeches at these classes. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about nothing but themselves. But it's something I'm passionate about. It's something I want to pretty much help people realize the reality and the impact that it can have, and not only just the people, not only just the person, but on their families as well. Like it did, it took a big impact on my family and certain friends. I got friends to this day that will invite me to places, said, you know what? I said, you know what, Kim's gonna be working and Kim's not gonna be able to. And they tell me, you know what, don't even trip. I got you. If I have to guide you, I'll guide you. I'm don't even trip. I got you. But sometimes, I don't go, and it's not because I don't want to go, because I appreciate it and I would love to go. But it's the whole fact that, for me, it's embarrassing because, hey, can you, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can you, take me to the bathroom? But of course, once I get in there, I don't need help going to the bathroom, not like that. I just need guidance to get to the bathroom. But for me, that's embarrassing. That's real embarrassing for me. But I'm a grown ass man. I should be able to go to the bathroom by myself, even though I can. Don't get me wrong. Don't it's nothing like that. But just finding my way to the bathroom. That's why I invite people to the house, because I know how to get to my own bathroom here. I already know the layout here at the house, and but even then, a lot of people really don't come over anymore. So I put it, I don't do that anymore. I don't invite nobody over to the pad anymore. But that has a lot to do with less my wife or one of my kids is able to go with me. Like they say, they'll come pick me up and they'll guide me. They roll with me like that. But it's embarrassing to say, hey, can you take me to the bathroom? I mean, I'm not saying take me like in the bathroom, go in there with me, but like guide me to where the bathroom's at, and then wait for me till I'm done, and then guide me back. To me, it's not only embarrassing, but for me, it's too much to ask for out of somebody. That's trying to kick back, chill, and enjoy themselves, even though they're willing to do it for me. But that's one thing I want to do. I want to get everybody out that knows me. Rather, if you pretty much don't talk to me no more because of what happened to me, get on, chime in, explain your explanation. Explain why, or say, what, this is how it impacted me, or so yeah, pretty much we're calling everybody out. You guys say you support me, get on, support me that day, September 18th, and hear the story out, hear everything I went through, everything I'm going through, everything my family's going through, and everything. Then tune in and say, this way the public can know how it doesn't just impact the person and their family, but also friends as well. And so I hope everybody gets, get on, share this, and have people get on, have people, they have any questions for me, they can ask me, because I know my wife said she's going to get on that day with me. Well, I don't know if she's going to get on watching with me, but she's going to be sitting here on the side, reading the comments, reading questions. And but even if you guys got questions for her, I'm pretty sure she'll get in and answer them as well on her aspect of it, on her side of it, because they got hit with the emotional side. I got hit with the physical side of it, but to me, I didn't really take it like an emotional part of it. I accepted it and I ran with it. I'm trying to make the best of what I do got, what God gave me, allowed me to have. But on my family side, they took more of the emotional impact of it. They were sitting there by my bedside thinking I was going to die because that's what the doctor was telling them. And like my kids too, they got hit with their schools. They got in trouble for being by my bedside. Just a lot that I'll talk about when I go live on September 18th. So everybody, please chime in. I was fortunate. I was blessed that Joshua, has been helping me a lot with this and and so yeah, tune in September 18th. I'm not sure what time yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in later in the afternoon. That way, people can tune in. They can enjoy their Sunday. And so about the time, it'll be around 6 o'clock. Time usually I'll get on and play oldies and stuff. But I will be on this Friday to play. I'm not sure what, probably old school mix or something. Saturday is iffy because this Saturday is mine and my daughter's birthday. And then Sunday I will be on around 6 o'clock to play some oldies. And but pretty much I will be back on a couple days, around a week to a couple days, 2-3 days before September 18th to remind everybody that, hey, get on. I'm going to be on September 18th. I'll give the for sure time. At that time, I get back on to remind everybody. And I'm also gonna call everybody out. That the ones that are still here for me. Obviously they're here for me. They proven to me, without any shadow of a doubt that they're here for me. But even the ones that kind of disappeared on me, if you guys want to get on and just kind of pretty much explain yourself, not explain yourself, but pretty much say why you kind of disappeared, and just kind of tell me the story and how it impacted you to the point to where you can't see me like this, and not realizing, hey, my family got to see me like this all the time. But yeah, that's the main reason why I'm coming on, just to hit everybody up, let them know September 18th. Please chime in. I can't even say it right now. My mouth was swollen. And again, my mouth was swollen because of my incident. And then also, well, I'm going to talk about how the doctor says, I still, for surgeries, my brain's still swelling. I still suffer I still have a chance for seizures and stuff. So, like, for example, if I was to fall or I was to have a seizure fall and bump my head, that could still be the reason of my death. And nobody likes hearing about this, but, it's a factor that I have to deal with, my family has to deal with. And the crazy thing about that was, law wise, if I was to say if it was safe even 20 years down the line, for example, okay, just an example, and for some reason I was a fall and they or had a seizure or something, and they determined that it was because it dates back all the way to my incident. That person that hit me, that was drunk driving, they'll go pick that person up regardless if this person moved on, they got a good job, they got a family, they're doing good for themselves. They'll go pick that person up, and boom, now they're hit with manslaughter with no time served, with the time they're already serving for, of course, this incident that I'm in now. And that's a whole different charge, separate charge, because it's, even though it's the same reason, and that'll be the reason why they'll get charged with vehicular manslaughter. But they go pick this person up no matter where they're at, or so it just, just one of the facts that I want to bring up September 18th, that can still, the possibility is still, even after the fact, on both ends, on my end, and how it impacted me, impacted my family, my friends, as well as how it could impact. Well, I'm pretty sure it impacted their family as well, but obviously not as bad as mine, or not as bad as how we've been impacted, but it could still be, which I'm hoping, pray that it doesn't happen this way, but later on, which I'm praying that it doesn't happen this way. Hopefully I live to be 100. Um, but for some reason, if that was the case, and that was, my death was due to the incident, like I said, it could be 15, 20 years down the line, they'll still go back and pick this individual up, and they'll get charged no matter how much they'll fight it. They'll get charged with vehicular manslaughter with no time served. And so that's just a little factor that I want to throw in right now, a little sample. And so come September 18th, I won't tell the full story, because a lot of times when I give speeches, I don't have the full time to give the full story. I try and make it short, powerful, impactful as possible during the time frame that I have. And so I do leave a lot of things out. So come September 18th, to make 4 years. And I want to get on and give the full story, my updates, and and not only my side, what I went through, but as well as my family, the way they described everything to me, everything they said, they were going through, and even everything they're going through now. And but with that said, hopefully everybody gets to tune in. Please like, share this, have many people get on as possible, and subscribe, because I do want to make an impact and help better people's decisions, and keep your awareness up. And like I've always said, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because you're not guaranteed to make it home. As that day, I was just headed to work. It was my morning routine, but yet I didn't make it home, and I almost didn't make it home at all. Medically wise, I wasn't supposed to make it home. Period. I was supposed to be buried or cremated right now, medically wise. But you know what? I pulled through. And then after I pulled through, I was supposed to have no memory, but I got memory. Then physically wise, like my hand's supposed to have no hand movement, but I got it all. So many things that I proved the doctor's wrong with. But I'll speak about all that come September 18th. And it's gonna be land on Sunday. Have as many people as possible, subscribe, because I do want subscribers, just before I can push a positive note. Before I just got on just to bullshit, play music. But now that I was inspired by this lady telling me, that I did make an impact in her life. And so now, I want to, now, because of gas prices being so high, I haven't done no DUI classes or AA meetings, or other events that, I'm supposed to be doing. I've done all the high schools, I missed none of those, unless, they've been doubled, double with another one. I try to make both if I can. They're too far apart. I'll pick the one that has the biggest seniors and juniors, or, I'll pretty much pick the biggest one, or the one that's more, that I can speak more freely about thanking God, thanking God that I was blessed. Because I know a lot of schools that can't say that, while most of the public schools, period, I can't say it. But like a lot of private schools, like the Catholic schools, the Christian schools, I am openly able to give, my thanks where it's due, plain and simple. So, uh, and for those that knows me, please, if you can get on, support me, and let us know how you've been impacted. Even if you weren't close, but it impacted you in somehow, or especially if you are close, and especially the ones that never left my side, that's still by my side to this day, or even if we were close and you did kind of just let me hanging. Um, Tune in September 18th and let me know how it impacted you in any way whatsoever. And for anybody else, if you guys know anybody that wants to tell their stories, get on my YouTube and tell their story to help somebody else realize that how it can impact you in any way. Please get my information. It's gonna be down in the description, and hit me up. Please hit me up. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear other people's stories. And just remember, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them because you're not guaranteed to make it home. And be a blessing and stay blessed. I'm out.